Note to self, if computer has freak accident midway through making review for Quiet Before the Swarm, make one for next part of series and pretend have made one already. Huh. You know, I didn't really expect to have to use this, but I guess I'm glad I wrote it at all. Okay, we'll play it the cards way. So, I'm back after my fantastic and well-loved review for Quiet Before the Swarm, and shoot, it looks like it's time for the next part of the series. Now, you'll know from my review of Quiet Before the Swarm, which I totally made, that I thought the last quest was great. Its logic puzzles and challenging line of thought made it one of the best quests we've gotten this year. Though that's not difficult, lest we remember what happened with May's Elemental Workshop Part 3, which you'll remember me saying in my text-only review because you totally read there, made me want to shit out my own eyes with rage. So, after that astoundingly good quest, Quiet Before the Swarm, which you also enjoyed to hear about, and if I do say so myself, it was my best review to date, let's see what the second quest in the series, A Void Dance, is like. Well, shut my mouth. I don't think I've ever been this involved in a quest series in my long time of me being a snarky dickhead who scathingly reviews other people's hard work and bitches it out for laughs. Seriously, the Void Knight series has some quality writing to it. The characters are well defined, the story is twisted and convoluted, there's the right balance between combat and storyline, and I never once thought, gee, all this walking around sure gets tiring, which I usually do. Remember when I said that the characters' backstories are the best part of RuneScape? Of course, Hero, I say it all the fucking time. Well, these characters are no different, from the insecure Void Knight, Commander Karasi, to the spunky and cheerfully optimistic Jessica. These characters will leave you questioning your own worth as a player character, and even the Void Leech, a fucking monster, has a personality. The story of the quest goes as thus. Of course, you don't need me to tell you what happens in the first quest because you've all seen my review of that. But I will tell you anyway. Basically, the whole spoiler warning plot is that a pest has escaped from the pest control island and you have to find out what happened. Blah blah blah, do the first quest and you'll find out more. After Jessica, a well-meaning but fucking stupid woman from Wizard's Tower, smuggles a pest to Port Sarim and ends up getting the majority of the Void Knights killed, Commander Karasi, the only surviving member of the operation, is understandably pissed off. So imagine her rage and surprise when Commodore Tyr, formerly Captain Tyr, sends Karasi on a mission with Jessica and your good self in order to track down the missing pest. So there you are, watching helplessly on as you stand in the middle of two angry women bitching at each other, and you know, the first few times they argued, I got it into my head that I'd mentioned something humorous about a lesbian slash fic between Karasi and Jessica. But to be honest, there's so much obvious sexual tension between them anyway that if there isn't at least one slash fic about them before this quest series is done, I will seriously question the stability of the internet. Even after they make friends halfway through and start being all palsy, it's so fucking obvious that they're doing it, and I'm sure nobody will begrudge me for pointing this out. You might not have noticed it while you were doing the quest, but you fucking will now. Anyway, this is not a review, it's just a self-insert masturbation joke, so I'll wrap this up quickly. You go on a long road to track down the pest and eventually wind up finding the son of a bitch when it becomes apparent that somebody is distributing a mysterious chemical which the pest excretes around Falador. Not usually a problem, except that this particular chemical saps the energy of all those around it, and if it hangs around for long enough, it will kill all life but pests in the area it is present in. Shit would go down, not to put too fine a point on it. After investigating a gentleman called Ali Tist and hearing Certification's delightfully borderline racist remark, the trail leads you to the Black Knight's workshop, where it is discovered that the Kintra wish to use the Void Leech's goop to weaken and crumble the Faladian government, march into Asgarnia and turn it into one hell of a Zamarakian cesspit. There's a short fight between your dudes and two elite Black Knights, which was a little worrying since I didn't bring much food and I, unlike the Wild Gothic Sleeps veterans, have not fought elites before, so I didn't quite know what to expect. Dicks. Dicks is what to expect. The son of a bitch uses his love for the Chaos God to drain your prayer points and heal himself, so I ended up having to drain my prayer myself in order to beat him. Still, I did it, first try and all, and then wrapped up the quest by putting the miserable Void Leech out of its misery, much to Jessica's disappointment. As for problems with the quest, I can't find any. Really, I genuinely enjoy doing the quest from start to finish, and I can see no faults other than the fact that the plot hasn't been resolved yet, and I think that was kinda the point. I can definitely recommend this quest, and I would urge you to complete it right fucking now. Oh wait, there is one fault. One thing that made me kill myself in the quest. I had forgotten about it until now, but no, I am not letting this one slide. Okay, about midway through the quest you have to buy a box, which turns out to be unopenable. After you try opening the box, your character fails and says, in his confusion, "What is this I don't even?" which just about made me clear my bowels and aneurysm all over the carpet. No Jagex, no. Bad. That shit is wrong. You're a witty company. You don't need to lower yourself to cultural references to fucking be. Mod Maltaire, stop that shit. Other than that, it's all pretty much perfect, so yeah, sorry if you thought this review was a bit of a cop-out. I didn't have much to say, really. Oh well, if you get bored, you can always rewatch my reviews of Desert Treasure, Wild Gothic Sleeps, and of course, Quiet Before the Swarm.
Save his life, he cries like a